Alright, so for someone who has been born recently or probably is still going to be born in the future, they might find it difficult to understand, they might find it difficult to comprehend that there was a time in human history where there were literally no cameras anywhere. Because in the times we are living now and probably the upcoming times, there is hardly any device, any object, any area where there are no cameras. I mean, these days you find cameras in almost every electronic gadget, from sunglasses to watches to smartphones to your dash cameras to your home security cameras, the CCTVs. I mean, you name it, you have it. And based on that note, here is a new camera. So in this video, I'm moving on from dash cameras which monitor your road to the cameras which monitor your home. So this is the Xiaomi 360-degree home camera. So this is a camera which you can use in your office, in your home, and it has some really cool features which I want to show you guys. And the good factor is that this comes at a price of less than 3000 rupees. That makes it a really worthy deal. So what's this camera all about and should you be buying this? You're watching Travel Tech. Let's take a look. Alright, so here's the Xiaomi 360-degree home security camera which comes with a 2K resolution. So do note that this doesn't get a micro SD card inside, so you need to purchase a micro SD card separately, and in this case I've purchased the Samsung Evo Plus. I'll leave a link for this as well if you're interested in purchasing it. So let's keep this for the side now. So let's take a look at the features that this cam provides. So specifically they have provided indication that this has a AI human detection, which means it can detect persons who are right in front of the camera and it will record that particular person or the movement of that person. It has this 3 megapixel camera with a 2K high definition video. It has two-way audio, which means you can speak to and fro from anywhere around the world. It has 360-degree panorama, which means it can record all the way around the camera lens, and it has got the infrared night vision. Now this is important because during night in low light conditions, infrared becomes extremely crucial. And at the back of the box you can see that the price of this camera is about 4,999, but you will get it at a much lesser price on Amazon. So let's quickly open up the box. So before we actually get access to the camera, they've given some accessory box. Let's take a look at what they provide within this box. So first of all, you have this user manual. So this is good. So you get all the technical specifications, the details of the camera, the way to install it on the walls, etc. So this is important because most of us will be having many doubts or queries regarding this. So you can go through this user manual to clear all your doubts. So you have this wall charger provided within the box. So that's a really cool thing because most products, electronic products these days, don't come with a charger. They only come with a USB cable, but in this case they have provided both, and that's a big thumbs up. So here's the micro USB cable. I thought it's going to be Type-C, but nevertheless it's still micro USB and does the job it's required for. So a charger and a micro USB cable along with the user guide. So this is probably the wall mount and the attachment screws for it. So you can use this if you're planning on mounting the camera to the wall. This looks pretty nice now, doesn't it? It has this gloss black covering the lens and a matte black to finish it off. Kind of looks like an eye, and actually that's what it does. It is the eye for your home. So on the back you have, I think what I supposed to be is a speaker. On the bottom you have this reset slot, you have this micro USB port, and there are 4 small pads for it to be placed on a table or anywhere you like to. And I think this at the bottom should be a mic hole, and this must be the LED light at the top. So that's it, and you have this Xiaomi branding right at front if you're able to see this. A very mildly placed Xiaomi branding, a very minimalistic kind of a camera. At first instance this looks like a doll, or this looks like kind of a toy for a kid, but still the camera is pretty good. So now let's move on and take a look at the video quality of this camera and what this camera can do for you if you buy this for your home. So here's a sample wherein I am panning the camera from the right to the left. So this is currently the living room, and as you can see the video quality is pretty decent and usable for indoor purposes. It is a 1296p resolution video with a 20 frames per second. So overall video quality is more than enough usable, and in this case it was a brightly lit room and you can actually control where the camera sees and what particular angle you want the camera to focus to. You can even focus it up and down based on your requirement. Now I just turned off the lights, and whenever all the lights go off, the camera automatically switches to infrared mode. So as you're seeing right now, the room was actually completely dark at this time, but due to the infrared camera you can still see all the details in the room, and you can even spot any people in the room. So even for night surveillance, when there are no lights on, this camera becomes extremely important and helpful in giving you a complete peace of mind by providing you a detailed surveillance footage. So here's what it looks like when the camera moves up and down and left and right. So currently this is enabled with AI human detection, and the camera is actually following my face. So whenever I move to the right, the camera moves right, and if I move to the left, the camera moves left along with me. The AI human detection surprisingly works really well and better than what I initially expected, considering this comes at a really cool budget price. Alright, so there are some really important aspects about this home security camera which you need to know before you actually go ahead and buy it. You have this mic button at first, which you can use to talk through the security camera. You have a snapshot button, you have the video record button, you have the trackpad menu. If you click on that, you get this specific trackpad, and you can use this to rotate the camera's view based on your requirement. You can move this up and down, you can move this left and right. It more or less rotates 360 degrees, so you can move it any way which you like. So you can access and monitor any specific areas around the home security camera wherever you have placed it. So on the bottom you have the surveillance option. If you click on that, you need to activate the home surveillance option. Now within this, the camera will send notifications immediately whenever any changes are detected within the surveillance area. So currently I have turned it off. Heading back, you have the surveillance history playback. So if you move in, you can watch the entire recordings through a timeline here. The yellow colored ones are the motion detection, and the blue color one is a person detection. So based on this, you can watch any video and you can go through the surveillance footage. At the bottom you have the storage management. Now if you click on that, it will show you two options, that is the local storage and the SD card storage. Currently I have inserted the SD card as I showed you in the beginning of the video. So here are the SD card options, and if you click on any random footage, now here it shows you the recording, the previous recording, and you can go through all of these files right here in order to know what happened when you were not present around the camera. So these were the options regarding the surveillance, playback and storage. The more important options are right here within the settings of this app. As soon as we click on the settings, so on top you find the device settings, wherein there is a camera settings. Now in the camera settings, you can turn on or turn off the status light. So as you can see now, the status light has just turned on, the blue color LED, and if you click on the off, the status light turns off. So you can turn it off or turn it on based on your requirement. So you have a data usage warning as well. You have a PTZ gesture rotation, which means once enabled, you can swipe with gestures in the real-time window to rotate the camera. Then you have the sleep settings, wherein you can schedule the sleep time of the camera where it's not going to record any video. Then you have the image settings, wherein you have the timestamp, lens distortion correction, wide dynamic range, and of course you can even rotate the image. Then you have the night vision settings. If you click on that, you have a full color with low light. So this means a full color image can be achieved under poor lighting conditions. So this is going to give you a colored image even in low light conditions. So you have three options: switch automatically or always on, or you can turn it off. When the room gets very dark, infrared imaging will be used. Then you have the camera calibration. So if you want to calibrate the gimbal of the camera, you can use this option. Then you have the human tracking option, wherein the camera follows the human as soon as it detects. So this is the AI human detection. Then you have a pop-up window. This is going to allow you to see the camera view through a floating notification. Then you have a mute audio when watching camera feed and replays, and you can also adjust the speaker volume. It goes from the minimum of 0 to 100%. So currently I have set it at 0. Now you have the home surveillance settings. Now I haven't actually activated this, but you do have the home surveillance option, wherein it's going to send you notifications based on how you set those settings. Then you have the manage storage options, wherein it shows you the SD card status. Along with that, you can select the recording mode, which means you can select the way the camera records only based on motion, or you want it to record all the time. So currently I have selected at only motion. So you can also format the SD card, unmount the SD card, or you can also turn on or turn off the SD card. So a variety of options related to SD card. So you also have the NAS network storage option. Now after device settings, you get the general settings wherein you have the device name, which you can change based on your requirement. You can change the location, which means you can select the kind of room you have placed the camera in. You have the option to share the device with another account. You have automation options. Then you have the firmware update option, and following that you have the help and feedback if you have any issues while operating the camera. Then in additional settings, it shows the security settings, network info, legal info, device time zone, and add to home screen button. Then you also have display on Mi Home or Xiaomi home page, so you can enable or disable this based on your requirement. So this is basically going to show you the display on the Mi Home app. Then you have the switch to large card option, which you can enable or disable based on your requirement. At last, you have the delete device options. So these are all the important options present for the 360-degree camera, and I think all of these options make this a really worthy investment if you're looking forward to buy a home security surveillance camera. So I've been really impressed with the functioning of this home security camera, starting with the build quality and then followed by the video quality, and of course for the so many advanced features it has, such as the AI human detection, 360-degree rotation. I mean, the Xiaomi app which you just saw gives you such a versatile control over this camera. I've started using this camera at my home and I've found it very useful. So you can use this at your home as well to monitor your pets, to monitor your kids, or just to monitor the home in general. And the cherry on top is that this camera comes at such a cool budget price. It's really a steal deal. So if you really want to buy this camera for yourself, the link to purchase it is given in the description below. Just head down, click on the link and buy it right away. If you have any doubts or queries regarding this camera, you can always write that down in the comments and I'll try to clear them out as soon as possible. Of course, if you like this video and if this video has helped you out in any way, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. You can also follow me on my Facebook and the Instagram page. The links to those are given in the description as well. Additionally, along with the Facebook and the Instagram, you can also follow me on my WhatsApp page, where you will get some really cool updates about my channel and about my work. So this was the video for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.